So as you all know, in today's world of social media, video is king slash queen. Um, but small business owners and business district leaders everybody is so busy all the time. So navigating the latest trends can feel really daunting. And I know even just for myself, it's hard to keep up because there's millions and billions of people online, and there's new things coming up every day. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about video, social media. We're going to talk about some viral trends, and we're also going to talk about some tips and tricks for making quality video content with not a ton of time and effort, because we all know that you're very busy. So video has become the most impactful form of social media. And I didn't include some of the statistics today, but I forget what, I've covered it in some of the other webinars, and we're going to reference some of those. And I do recommend that you go watch the other webinars on YouTube if you need more social media inspo. But video is really the preferred form of social media consumption. Um, it tells the story and connects you to your audience, and so much more. Increasing conversion. This is essential. I mean, why are you putting out social media content if it's not converting into sales? For us as small business owners and business district folks, it is so important to see the effort, the fruits of our labor. Video is known for having a higher conversion rate than anything else. And why is that? I think because, and I don't just think, we know it's because it evokes emotion, and you have the ability to communicate a lot more via video than you do with just a static image. Um, Video marketing increases SEO because at this point, video is known to be the most preferable consumption for social media. So Google actually it like prioritizes video content in Google searching now. So this is important to note that if you have video, if you have YouTube, if you have your Instagram, TikTok, and you're using these things and you're linking them on your website as well, this is going to really boost your SEO on your website. People engage more with video because it makes them feel something. And the cool thing about doing video content as well is that you can repurpose your content. Making one video about something can be used in a lot of different ways. So I figured today we would start out by just talking about a little bit about video gear. Um, I'm sure you all feel the same way that I do, I am not a videographer and I do not want to have to spend a lot of money on gear. And then a lot of times with high quality video gear, you're going to have to use a high quality video editing software to be able to get what you need done. So we're going to go over today skipping the high tech gear, keeping it simple. I highly recommend, if you don't have a newer phone, that's a great step in the right direction. Cell phones these days have some of the best video quality, even compared to a lot of other gear that cost a lot of money, or like um, getting a video camera, or different types of cameras. It makes more sense to just invest into a new phone. Storage is really important with this. Obviously, if you're going to do a lot of video content, about a year ago, I got a new iPhone, and I am paying for the highest level of storage. And what is important with these two pieces is that it's just really worth it. Like I've been making videos for the last year on my phone, and my phone is not running any slower. I'm not having any issues. All of my apps are working really quickly. So it is really worth it to get a decent phone and to make sure that you have a lot of storage. Some other things that you can get to create great videos that will hopefully go viral. Definitely recommend getting a tripod. This is a great way to just get different shots and also to not have the like moving phone depending on what you're filming. Mobile lighting, on Amazon, there's some really cheap options, but of course, here at Venture Portland, we care about prioritizing small business. So, I recommend looking at, a store near you that may have, some types of equipment um, for video, like a selfie stick, some mobile lighting stuff. But I do know online, I had ordered quite some time ago, I got a lighting kit and I think it was like $100 and it came with a tripod, it came with a backdrop, some lights, 4 different lights, warm lighting and more bright lights. And this can really help the quality be a lot better for the videos. Um, this is a pro tip, and actually, I know Nakia is here today, and we worked together for a really long time at Tokativity and in other spaces too. And Kia had mentioned to me when Kia's done a lot of different social media content creation for folks. And organizing your content in folders is really, really helpful for being able to repurpose those videos. So, what I mean by this is depending on the phone that you have, if you're using iPhotos or if you're using Google Photos, after you do a shoot and you get a bunch of video in your phone, go into those apps, whichever app you're using, and create folders that describe what it is. Um, Say you own a restaurant and you have videos of your food, and then you have videos of your staff, and then you have videos of the full dining room, and then you have videos of the exterior of the business. Being able to have those in those 4 folders is going to make future video production, repurposing your content and making new videos, it's just going to make it a lot easier to find. I don't know about you, but my phone is full of all kinds of things. I'm a mom, I have a kid. um, I, have a garden. I am a foodie, and so my camera tends to my photo gallery tends to be full of all kinds of different things. So this is a good way on your phone to not have your phone just totally bogged down by all of these different types of content, and then you're spending time scrolling through all of that trying to find what you're looking for. Last, I prefer CapCut for the editor. This is an app that you can download. The free version is decent. I pay for the pro version. I think it's $11.99 a month, and it is so worth it to use one of these on the phone editors. It's, as you get better at doing your video editing and creating things that are gonna go viral, you can kind of template out what you're doing in CapCut, and it makes it really fast for the editing process. Let's get into talking about social media trends and particularly some video trends. What works? Um, so these are some common ways that people make things go viral. Trending audio is a really big one. So actually, I'm going to stop here for a second and pull out my cell phone because this is actually something that I, let's see here. This is something that you can do on Instagram to figure out what audio is trending. How do you even know? Sorry, I'm seeing a weird view here. Here we go. Okay. So if you go on your cell phone into Instagram, I'm on my personal page here, and you go to create reel. At the top, there's a section that says templates. If you click into templates, there's going to be this trending section right here. So this is a currently trending template. Sorry that you're seeing the reflections of my plants. You can select somebody else's template and work with this. This is how a lot of video creators jump on the bandwagon of something that is trending. I'm sure that they have this same feature in TikTok. It looks a little bit different, but using the templates and going to those trending audio, trending templates, trending videos, you can see what is going on in the world. I'm also going to share with you today some links, and we're going to go over some of them right now. I will actually shift gears on my share to this because there are certain websites that are prioritizing this type of content. Later is a social media management platform that you can use to schedule content. They update this every week. So this week, these are some of the viral trends happening.
Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty. Count 3, guilty.
Okay, so thinking about, so you see that this is trending. If you use that audio, say you have, I'm going to use a restaurant as an example because, guilty food pleasures, that's like it's a low-hanging fruit, easy idea. So you could have count 1, guilty, and it's a picture of some delicious food, or maybe somebody is eating food at your restaurant. You get what I'm saying? I hope anyway. So people take, these for the folks here that are really new to this, with any of these trending videos, people take something that is already kind of blown up, and then they can repurpose it into their own business, and getting creative with like what your business has to offer. This is fun. These kinds of things continue to go viral nonstop. I'm going to show you this video.
I wanna turn the whole thing upside down.
They're just very short, silly little videos, but of people flipping each other over or dancing. Here's another one that's been trending this week. Cute. You guys can notice already how long are these videos? They're like 5 seconds long. They're really short, and this is an important part of viral videos as well. If something is short, people want to watch it again. And even just in general, Instagram plays a video through twice. So if it's a short video, you're getting 2 views from every person that looks on it if they actually view it. If they don't just scroll past. There's another one that was broken. Let's look at this one. This looks like it's more business related. Content creators is for you. Use the relatable audio.
You gotta post something.
What am I gonna post
They
today?
say just post the
My
content.
content sucks.
Post 3 times a
Post
day.
once and let it
Be
breathe.
consistent. Find your niche.
Okay. I think we can all relate with that. And I'll show this one too. These are all relevant this week in the world. Cool. I love that one is around small business. So, the viral trend here is obviously it's like the paparazzi. It's like, oh my gosh, the audio in the background is the cameras. What is, the rumors are true. What is it? What's true about your business district, or what's true about your business or your account? Okay, so that one uses a common viral video trend, which is POV, point of view. And it's just, you can put anything in this, but POV, fill in the blank. This is my point of view right now, and then video to go with it. And again, those videos are all so short. Let's take a look at this one.
When it's one of them days, everything go your way and your soundtrack haze like. When the good times haze and it's not just the praise, you can feel the level haze like. When the sun rays break the haze and the light just blaze and it tastes like. All I'm trying to say is, man, I feel good to.
Okay, now I want to go to go to Amsterdam. That was effective. That's a really fun concept for you know, a viral trend right now that would be fun to do for a small business. Let's spend a day at your business, or let's spend a day in your business district. For those folks of you who are here leading business districts, I know I see a few of you here. We have representatives from St. John's and Midway and Beaumont and Lloyd and Lentz. And I don't know if there's any other ones here, any other business districts here, but you know, doing a stadium district, let's spend the day in the stadium district, you know, and just getting those really quick things and going through that. You know, they went above and beyond here of having the timestamps, which you would add in CapCut after. You can add the text over it, but what a fun concept. And honestly, you could, for you who are leading business districts, you could even reach out to all of your members or all of your businesses and say, hey, everybody, by Friday, send me a 2-second video, or send me a photo, an amazing photo from your business. And then you could collate this together into a video, you know, a day in the life in Lloyd District. And yeah, you see what I'm saying with this kind of stuff. It's like the whole idea around the viral trends too, and getting on the train with them is like, there's a reason people are loving watching this. What an effective way to communicate a business, a place, a district. It's so effective in such a short amount of time. In like 6 seconds, I just got to see Amsterdam for a whole day in 6 seconds. And now I want to go to Amsterdam. It's so flippant effective. So I feel like using this kind of stuff for our businesses and for our districts, isn't that the hardest part about being a small business, or being especially a business district leader, is communicating to people what you have there and why they should come there, why they should get their butts out of bed and spend their money at the stores, why they should care about small business. You know, this is inspiring me even right now. Jacob and I were talking the other day about some campaign ideas that I have coming for the fall around how to promote, you know, at Venture, we're supporting all 50 business districts. It can be really challenging to think about how to communicate this. So this inspires me with, like, maybe I'll put an email out to all of our members and, you know, be able to say, hey, everybody, send me something for your from your district, and we can do a Portland tour through the business districts in a less than 10-second video. So this is so inspiring to me too, to even be like going over these things with you here today. And it's about seeing something and then like, okay, how can I use that for what we're doing? So, okay, I think I'm gonna keep going here because I could keep going on these forever. I wanted to use another video as an example though, because first of all, this song just never gets old. This is the original Taste the Biscuit video. I don't know if you've seen Taste the Biscuit, but I flippin' love this video. It makes me laugh every time. And I'm gonna play it for you, but this video, obviously you can see how people would take this audio or the image. You can actually cut people out, you know, so we'll get into some of the graphic stuff where there's the lady singing Taste the Biscuit in front of maybe biscuits and gravy at a restaurant. So I wanted to use this as an example because I think, so this got posted and this went viral, and then it trended and everybody made videos with Taste the Biscuit. There's videos of cats making biscuits on someone's belly. There's videos of people cooking. There's videos of people using the biscuit as a metaphor for something else. And it just went wild. And it's like, it's been, I think, a few years now, and it's still viral. So using things like this, they just don't even get old sometimes, some of this audio. So if you haven't seen this, I actually just found out through researching this, and I was like, it's the only video I could really think of off the top of my head that I really love and never get sick of. They were making a mockumentary called Chickens in the Shadows. That's why this video was made. but without any context, it looks like this crazy old couple is just like singing about biscuits in a thrift store. So here's Taste the Biscuit if you don't know it. Oh,
Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
it's
It's
insane.
your honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my chicken wings. Get none of that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes on my chicken wings.
My God. Okay. It just keeps, it's so funny. This is such a perfect example though of something that was just this guy posted this and then it just went wild. And you know, this is where the creative ideas start to flow. And the last webinar, the last Lunch and Learn that I did was really around very creative social media content. In that video, which Jacob, if you could link that, I see you probably looking it up already because you're so good like that. If you watch that webinar, if you're having a hard time coming up with creative ideas, I think like we went like 15 minutes over because it's just there's endless ideas, but I know that's not everybody's strength. You know, everybody has different strengths and sometimes it can be really hard to think of a creative idea for your business district. And our last Lunch and Learn, we solely focused on fun, creative ideas. So if you didn't see that, take a watch whenever you can and get inspired, because this stuff really works. You know, folks are like at 100 followers and they get on some kind of train and it blows up and all of a sudden this little store has 100,000 followers. And then you get into conversion. I mean, it can be really, really, really effective. And I think a lot of times too with virality, people are like, oh, is it like, you know, what even it doesn't even mean to go viral. And we're going to talk about that a little bit here too. Oops, I need to share my screen with you guys before I can go here. Okay, hold on. Let me get this. I got distracted by the honey sauce. Okay, so let's go back into the slideshow here. Okay, can everybody see that? We good? Okay, cool. So kind of back into like what's working, using trending audio, trending songs. I mean, it's really fun with some of them that are just like it's someone talking or like the presidential debate that happened recently, right? People take clips of this stuff and make fun videos. So it's really endless. The dance challenges will never stop. People love it. People love seeing people dance, having fun. Covering pop culture trends can be really helpful. I will link some of these things here. I'm gonna put these in the chat box for you guys. These two links. There's this, there is an Instagram account called Real Trends, and I have really been enjoying following that because it is just sharing stuff all the time about different trends happening currently in Reels on Instagram. Sorry, that's kind of weird. They're both in there, so make sure you click both. And okay, I'm gonna get back over here. Okay, great. Doing time lapse or slow motion, that's it's just never gonna get old. People love seeing process. So, you know, depending on what your business is, especially if you're in the food business or if you're a maker of some kind, you know, this can be a really fun way to include people in your process. And as I mentioned before, take a look at the Creative Content Lunch and Learn. There's lots of juice there. So, oh, I jumped ahead to the examples. This is when I was going to go to it before. So we already went through these, you know, the top trending reels on Instagram. That's the later post that I just shared with you guys. So, make sure to check this out, maybe save this article and refresh it every week if you're interested in making viral videos. And Taste the Biscuit, we love. So making something go viral, how do people actually do this? First of all, it's all about the timing. Like, when things happen, for example, the presidential debate, there are content creators that were literally sitting there getting audio clips in real time and just whipping stuff out because the ideas are just endless. So, it is about relevancy, and I think that's really important. Authenticity and relevancy, knowing who you're talking to. All those things are kind of basic, but it is why it works and why sometimes it really slaps. Collaborating with people can really help things go viral as well. If you haven't checked out on the Venture Portland Instagram, we have the Cool Corners of Portland series that I started in collaboration with Travel Portland. By the way, the series is going to start again very soon. In a couple weeks, we're going to start having regular videos again. And I'm excited about that. And the St. John's video just absolutely blew up. And what was very cool about this is the collaborations. So why did it do so well? I have a number of different theories. First of all, people love St. John's. It looks cool. The bridge, people love that bridge. And I think the placeholder image was an important part. It was also just these shots, the shots that happened on the video. There was lots of catchy shots right away in the beginning. But the point is, like, when you collaborate, so on Instagram, we have Venture Portland, Travel Portland, the business association, and then also the businesses that were featured in the video. So you're getting that cross-promotional audience. Travel Portland has a huge audience. Venture Portland has a decent sized audience. St. John's Booster has a great sized audience. Some of these businesses have a really big audience. So when you're able to post collaboratively with people, it takes your audience from Venture Portland is at, we're at 4,000. Wow, we've grown a lot. 4,223 followers currently. When we're collaborating with Travel Portland on these, even if it's just us, they have 269,000. So our following for the visibility of this just went from 4,000 to 273,000 just with that one collaboration. And then you add in the boosters and, these other, the other businesses, and it's amazing. Yeah, St. John's Boosters has 3,700 themselves. So it's a really important note, I think, here, because when people do collaborate, it can really help things take off. The basics of marketing, laugh, cry, ask why. This is just like a foundation of making people feel something. If people are laughing, they're liking it. If they're crying and it's moving, like crying in a good way, right? Crying in a bad way also goes viral. People want to feel something. We're humans. We have emotions. If we're laughing, crying, or we're asking why, right? Asking a question, we see something, and then all of a sudden we're asking questions, it's gonna just have more legs underneath it. And these things tend to go more viral. Being entertaining and of course relatable is great. Being viral, like, if you want to go viral, it's important to find what platform that is. So if you're doing this short form video content, I think it's great to be on TikTok and Instagram, and you should just auto post to Facebook. Why not? Because it's going to increase your chance of actually having that land in the right audience at the right time. Jumping on the trends is a great way. Also, think outside this box and start your own trends. If there's a funny saying that keeps coming up at your business, get inspired by some of these other video trends and make your own with your own audio and your own video. And it's, social media users pick up on that kind of stuff really quick. It's really fun. So I did, for this webinar, I did some research for projected trends, and this was really interesting. And I feel excited about the future of video and social media and trending things that connect people. Music and dancing is always going to be there. Laugh, cry, and ask why is always going to work. But in the future, the AI presence is going to continue to be more utilized. We haven't announced this yet, but not the next webinar, the one after that, I'm going to be doing on AI specifically. So we're going to do a little intro to using AI for social media. Keep your eyes peeled. If you're not signed up for the Venture Portland newsletters, get signed up. Jacob, if you could post that link for people to sign up for the newsletter to make sure that you can get signed up for that. And AI can seem really daunting, but it really is the future. And creative content isn't going to go away because of AI. I'm not a fan of people that are like, AI is stealing everything. I mean, the truth is, it has changed our landscape of our entire globe, and it is changing the landscape of jobs for people. But it is a valuable tool. And for small business owners that don't have a ton of time, this is a really great tool. As AI is getting smarter by people using it, it's getting more efficient too. So it's a little bit easier than it used to be to get it to create what you want it to. Voice search optimization. This was an interesting thing that I didn't know much about, but like, there's going to be more stuff around like being able to find things because of audio, which is really interesting. Projected trends is privacy concerns. This is a really big deal, actually. I think a lot of folks, especially with AI, there's a really dark side to all of it. So when you're creating content, think about people's privacy. Of course, I mean, it feels like a no-brainer, but I think in when I'm making the Cool Corners videos, I really have to be careful about capturing random people's children or random people in general. It's like maybe people don't want to be online in that way. So it's really important to be respectful and to ask for consent. Or something that I do a lot of times at, like, say, a restaurant, if I do like a really quick scan, it's like, no, nobody's really visible. Or I'll tend to, I think about this when I'm making these videos, because the last thing that you need for your business is somebody lashing out to you because they didn't approve their child to be playing with a toy at your toy store, or whatever. And it's like, it seems harmless, but it's not. People feel really, really strongly about this. So that's something for us to keep on our minds as people making videos. Video marketing is going to continue to dominate the social media world going forward. I don't see any end to that. And on all the research I did, it's seems very, very clear that it's not going anywhere. Virtual reality and augmented reality. This is really, really cool. And if this is something that interests you, I probably will talk a little bit more about VR and augmented reality in the AI webinar that we're going to be doing. But as I was even researching like what the future looks like for this, so there's technology at this point where people can come into your store and shop. I mean, it's so cool. They can actually kind of move through spaces. The augmented reality, I think, is really interesting because you don't need a VR headset for it. It's more about, getting people into a place and time, or being able to try things on. You can like upload a picture of yourself, even just thinking about that kind of stuff with like new glasses, where you can upload a picture of yourself and see different things. Yeah, I feel excited to see what comes down the line with this. Folks are where they are and they want to go different places, and they want to be able to shop knowing other, being able to like have as much information as possible. Influencer campaigning and influencer marketing is going to continue to always be trending because collaborating is great, but it's also going to continue to evolve. I look forward to seeing what, what content creators start doing because they really do set trends that end up being viral for a lot of people. The social media commerce connection is an important piece of the future. I was reading about doing like an Instagram live shopping kind of, it's like home shopping network meets social media. So if you've been on Instagram for a while and you have a store, you maybe have gotten prompts around increasing your commerce visibility and capabilities. Where you might see on Instagram where somebody has a necklace for sale and you can see the price pops up, and if you click that little box where the price is, it takes you to the shop page immediately. This stuff is so cool. It reduces the barriers for people to buy things if you're doing any kind of online sales. Interactive content is going to continue to be very popular. Currently, I highly recommend using stories on Instagram, doing polls and quizzes and asking questions for folks. People like to be seen and heard, and they want to tell you what they love and don't love. The last projected trend for 2025 is social responsibility and sustainability. There's a lot of talk about social media addiction. There's a lot of talk about, like we were talking about, privacy concerns. There's a lot of conversation going on about sustainability and about the impact on the environment. As hurricanes are ripping through the entire East Coast right now, I think we're all very aware of the changes that are really starting to become prevalent. So it's important for us to be aware of these things and know that the general population cares about this stuff. When I was researching these future trends for this webinar today, if you just Google things, AI now scans literally everything and puts it in a sweet little package for you. And I thought this piece was really interesting because these are buzzwords happening across the world: social responsibility and sustainability. It's exciting. Okay, so let's get into some tips for creating quality video content in a short amount of time, because Lord knows we are all busy. Make it easy on yourself. Planning and prep is everything. So say you have a business district and you want to do this, you want to do a day in the life in Beaumont, or whatever, right? Doing that planning and prep, thinking it through. Think about the video that you want to see on the end. When you're watching the inspiration video, like actually visualize it and write it out. And you don't have to spend a ton of time on this, but if you do a little bit of that pre-work, you're going to be able to go into it and not miss the shot that you that you need. If you're doing, say there's the viral trend around the outfits, right? So say you own a clothing store and you want to do the clothing thing. The editing on this is an important part. So preparing, having an X on the floor of where you stand every single time. So you're having the camera, having the phone on a tripod, being at that same distance, same place. Then when the outfits are being swapped, it looks really good. You're going to get better at editing as you make these videos, but this is really important, and it does distinguish, I think, sometimes whether videos do really well or not. When the transitions and when the concept and when the story is really intact, people love it. High quality sound is really important. Phones these days have amazing microphones on them, but if you're going to start doing something quite regularly, I don't know if you've seen the viral video trend around the little tiny microphone. And, the people love the sounds. What is that called? AMSR. So when you're able, I love the videos of it's like a dog eating like chips and it's like crunch, 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 crunch. That little microphone really like makes it everything. It makes it so much better. It makes it funny. It makes it satisfying. If you're in the food or, if your business, if a lot of your businesses in your district are food focused, getting a good little microphone, you can get them for a decent price. I know they're not that expensive. It's totally worth it. Also, that being said, if you have really crappy sound, it's like the message or the story, it just doesn't get delivered. So really make sure you're listening to your content, obviously, before you're putting it out there and making sure that it's good. Something that I've done in the past too is I'll do the voiceovers. So you guys see this on the Cool Corners videos when I make those. It'll be, in a district and I get the audio from all of them and it just doesn't even matter because I know I'm going to go over after and give a little storytelling audio thing with the video that I make. So in CapCut, you're able to add in whatever audio you want. You can also flip back and forth. So it's fun to think about maybe making a voiceover and then switching to the sound from the video if there's something funny that happens sound wise, or there's something that just sounds amazing, or somebody is singing a song or something. You can flip back and forth. Lighting, framing, and composition is really important. If you don't know about the rule of thirds, you should look it up and get familiarize yourself with the rule of thirds. The whole concept on this basically is, first of all, folks, when we're reading, our eyes move in a natural direction. So this is important to note. It starts from the top left, goes on a diagonal to the bottom right, over to the bottom left, and back up to the top right. It's just, we do it subconsciously. It's how our eyes scan information. And it's, especially in the United States, it's how we were taught to read as well, left to right. So knowing some of those things about how people's eyes move and the cropping, how things look on the screen. The rule of thirds, like I said, if you look it up, it'll give more of a visual on it, but it's just about kind of dividing your screen into 3 sections and making sure that your composition is staying within the most kind of visually pleasurable format. If it's in a composition that's easy on the eyes, people are going to receive the story and the message way faster. Visual elements are amazing to add in CapCut. You can add text, you can add cool transitions where like the video spins or whatever. You can add the graphics, you can cut people out. I was trying to find that video of like the cowboy dude that's like, no. I don't know what song it is. Does anybody know what that is? If you do know what that is, please put it in the chat box. But this guy, it just went totally viral. I was trying to find it for you guys today, but I couldn't get to the bottom of it. It's this cowboy guy who made a video and he's just standing there doing this little dance to this song. And it went crazy viral with people cutting him out and putting him in different places. So the whole viral video was like, it's like in someone's kitchen. And then there's this like cowboy dancing in the front. So using these visual elements can be really funny and fun, and using text and especially captions, making it accessible for folks, for hearing impaired folks. Also, there's a lot of times that people are in spaces where they can't have the audio on. So using text can be really helpful to get your message across and help your videos go viral. I mentioned CapCut a lot. You know what's up with that. Also, I think this last point is really important. Finding a flow that you like and that you're good at it, and then sticking to it. I immediately went to the next slide because the first point that I wrote here for pro tips, create just a couple campaign ideas and try them out. So what I mean by that is even actually Cool Corners is a perfect example. I was trying to think about how the heck we could highlight these different parts of Portland without it being boring or without just featuring the same places that people see all the time because they're so cool. How do we make other parts of Portland visible? And the whole campaign idea around this, is obviously Cool Corners of Portland. There's the name that goes with it. And then the format that I follow is 3 to 4 businesses. I always have a food thing, right? This is the planning. I have my list, my shot list, and I get it every single time. And now that I've made a bunch of them, it's just getting so easy. And I'm actually capturing content in a different way because I know what to do. So, I just can't stress this enough of like, if you want to get on viral trends, maybe pick the POV one, right? So point of view, and then maybe you make like 10 point of view videos and you batch them. You make a whole bunch of them and then you spread them out throughout your social media strategy. So once a week you're sharing a point of view. I hope you can see the way that like looking at it as a campaign, it's going to streamline your efforts and have you not reeling all the time around what to create next. Batching content is really, really helpful. Consistency is key with social media. So if, this is again where if you have a couple concepts that you really like and that you're having fun making, I think about the clothing thing. I mean, that if you have a store or if you have stores in your districts, that are selling clothes. This is a really low hanging fruit one that you could make a number of different videos right from the start. And then you have a POV one. And then you have, maybe once a month, you're going to jump on some viral trend and use some audio, something like this. Like already you've got a few posts a week by just starting to think about your social media as campaigns, not as just random stuff. I know when I was managing an account before, I used to often feel like, oh my God, it was like, we just had to keep coming up with ideas. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. We need to be running our business. We can't be spending all of our time thinking of these ideas. This is how, you make it not so stressful on yourself by picking just a few ideas and rolling with it, and then look at what's happening. Are they doing well? Did one go viral? If it went viral, you're doing something right. Engaging with your community is really important. Responding to the comments, answering the questions, participating in the relevant conversations. Your community cares. Your followers care about you. They're following you for a reason. So engaging with them is always going to help make everything go viral. If you have, say, 4 comments on a post you made, if you comment on every comment, especially with questions or with other things that maybe get people commenting more, all of a sudden you've doubled your comments. And if you're asking questions, all of a sudden you've tripled your comments. And this is basic engagement rules. Social media works that if people start engaging, that's how it goes viral. The algorithm prioritizes things that people are looking at. So you got to ride the wave when it's happening. Tracking your results and adapting is super important. Analyzing which platforms are doing best, adjust your strategy accordingly. In conclusion, I hope that you found some things helpful today when talking about viral video trends and streamlining video for your small business or your business district. Video is not going anywhere. As we covered today, it is, in fact, just kind of getting started. I think everyday business owner, everyday folks, they're really starting to get on board with the video trend. It's really fun to explore capturing things that matter to your business and that matter to you. If you're having fun with it and following some of the baseline tips for getting it out there, final takeaways, make short videos. Don't make a minute-long video. Like really, if you start small, I know for me anyway, I've started to realize I don't need to overthink it as much, and it can be really quick and effective to make some of these videos, that point of view video or some of the little dances. It doesn't need to take a long time. But people love it and it will help your business grow. Going forward from here, if you have any questions or you want to talk about your individual business, your district, or you want to get clarity on something or brainstorm, please reach out to me. I love talking about this kind of stuff. I have a lot of fun with all of it. And I'm so glad you guys were able to be here today. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope to see your viral videos. I will be commenting and supporting you from Venture Portland. Yeah, that's all we got here. Thank you for the comments here. I appreciate that, Laura and Eleni.